Wunderbar.
Amazing. We've heard everything.
Nice. Yeah, the original plan was to go from Cape Town to Cairo in world record time, and we made it to Addis Ababa on more or less on schedule. But we knew that there are conflicts in northern Ethiopia and Sudan, and we took our chances. But by the time we got there, unfortunately, it's not possible to pass through, especially not with our setup.
Yeah.
So we decided to, instead of going back home and abandoning the project altogether, go to Dakar, Senegal, and run up the west coast instead. So we keep the distance, stayed on the African continent, still do it in record time, but it's not the official record, Cape Town, Cairo. But yeah,
Cape
everything
Town,
else.
Tangier.
Exactly, yeah. And
The new record for Cape Town, Tangier.
yeah, I mean, it's not official because we took the plane in between, so they won't count it, but I mean, it doesn't matter.
But you know you did it.
Exactly.
Today is day 228. So
And-
nearly 8 months.
Oh wow! And are you're cycling with all the gear, and your brother's
Yeah.
running with no gear?
Yeah, we're like you have an auto runner and then 1 or 2 support cars, which like includes the whole video crew, the social media crew, and of course you have AC and stuff in the car. But yeah, we're the first expedition trying it with luggage for 2 person on 1 bicycle around Gulmim.
Gulmim, yeah.
Gulmim. It starts to have bushes and cactus and you're like, oh wow, stuff is growing, and the day after you see the first tree and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
And you haven't seen any vegetation for like 4 weeks or longer.
What's been the highlight of the trip? Any
So-
countries that have stuck
Yeah,
out?
I mean a lot of highlights. Yeah, hard to
How many countries?
10 now, yeah. Massive countries, hey,
Yeah.
they're so big, and
So big.
even in them it's so different, Yeah, a lot of highlights, some lowlights also, Yeah,
Of course.
How much water are you carrying?
also depending on how much we can get on the road, sometimes we had big stretches, especially down here in Morocco, whereas 200 kilometers you can't buy anything. And then we have like 2 water bubbles, 10 liters, and these you have to carry as much as you can sometimes.
Do you know how much your bike weighs?
Over 70 kilograms, yeah, depending on the water and supplies we have to take. But it's bloody heavy, yeah. Yeah, we just made it through the Sahara Desert now in Agadir. So actually the first expedition ever running it without any support car.
Now it's good to have some days that you can actually enjoy again.
Yeah, good.
And we also had tough weeks in Ethiopia and whatever, but then you have all these beautiful moments in between that you just cannot book or cannot.
Exactly.
Yeah, you meet so many wonderful people all along the way. That's what it's about in the end. So
very
yeah,
nice.
it's also really rewarding, and you meet people and share what you're doing. You get all the feedback, inspiring people along the way. I think that makes it worthwhile in the end.
Amazing.
But it's a lot of pain, and I'm happy when we're done.
Not far yet.
Does your mindset has got like a little change after you traveled this?
Yeah,
long
I
way?
mean, you're capable of, and I mean, it's like the body adapts to running every day. The same happens with the mind. You adapt to just enduring this, this
Continuation.
pain, and you are learning. You hear when sometimes it's really okay. This is tough, and I'm tired. I'm depleted. I should stop. And sometimes it's like you're actually totally fine. It's just your brain screaming, be like, stop, I wanna, I don't want to go anymore. And then you listen to yourself and you know actually I can just keep going and
never listen to your excuses. Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to listen to yourself. Sometimes, but you learn the differences.
Yeah.
It's not for me, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably I feel it tomorrow, but the brain is just so happy that you don't have to go straight 60k. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
The flat makes it like.
Yeah, it's just for the head. It's boring.
Yeah.
And then you start suffering in your head.
Yeah.
And today you work your legs harder, but the brain is like, this is amazing. It's good views, something to work towards to. It's really nice.
It's so tough. It grinds you. Like if you every day in this sand and the wind, it's loud. It's just you can't escape. It's there when you eat, when you sleep, when you run, when you cycle, and it just, it really.
I think it was like 3-4 days ago when we were somewhere before Agadir on a small mountain road, and it was the first time no wind, no cars, no people in probably 3 months or so, and it was like
something's missing.
Like this is
big trucks in the way.
That's why I'm stressed.
I think the last time was maybe somewhere behind Nairobi. Because in the Shabi Desert there was a lot of wind.
Yeah.
So it was loud there. Ethiopia was just crazy. And then Senegal we had rain season.
Wow.
And then basically entering the desert.
Yeah.
So basically that's our main message. People are great. It's a bit worn out. But yeah, so we the sport and all the extreme was more or less to get a bit attention, to do this record or not. Doesn't really matter for us. It was more about to show a bit like Western societies that you actually can travel Africa, that you even in this very vulnerable setup, that you meet so many great people over all these countries, and it was our goal to show it even on Instagram. It's also tough to document so much, especially when you exhaust yourself and you don't have a video crew with you or another support car. So it was a challenge on so many levels, and we learned a lot from it. Maybe do the next adventure a bit different. But
Any ideas on the next adventure?
You're running any cycling?
Finishing this one first. Finishing this one and then let's see.
Good. You're going to turn around and go back, and you're going to swap roles,
Could be.
We had the shits often enough.
Yeah, and
it's like the last 2 weeks I'm like, I don't know. If I can get 5 liters for 10 dirham, it's probably worth it.
How far are you running each day?
It's now 54 or something.
54k.
We do 60, 61, 62.
Very good.
Yeah. 60.
Longest day? Longest day so far? Distance?
Maybe 70. I think
so pretty consistent. Distance,
Like we actually had a first attempt, and there I got injured after a bit more than 3 weeks in, and we went through Namibia and we had to push some really long stretches, 70, 80, whatever,
back to back.
Through the heat, and that was just too much. And now it's like, I mean, as weird as it sounds, I know that I can go 100k, but
tomorrow.
It's like, who do I need to? I know it for myself that I have the strength. I don't gain anything from doing it and then suffering the next day. Enjoy the climb.
And thanks for choosing my hometown for visit.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I'll tell him.
Yalla.